Good morning, children. Let us start with the explanation of the lesson India through the eyes of a foreigner, written by Mark Tully. So, I have explained you half lesson. Today we shall continue. So, when Mark Tully was in India, he has had many good experiences about India and the people of India. He is having very good experiences about the country and our people. So now let us continue and see what more experiences he has had in this country. There are the great epics and the love poetry. There is the art of the Pradhan tribe in central India, which occupies the whole of one wall of my flat. So he is describing about India. He says that he is in this country because he is attracted towards the natural beauty of this country, and he is also attracted towards the people of India. He loves to be in this country. He feels very comfortable to be in India. He doesn't have any uncomfortable feeling. He doesn't feel that he is a foreigner, but he feels that he is also a part of India. So he is describing that there are the great epics. Epics is nothing but a long poem which narrates the brave deeds of the past, the brave deeds of the heroic deeds of the past in the history. So he is telling that there are the great epics and the love poetry. There is the art of the Pradhan tribe of central India, which is hung on one wall of his flat. There is the color of the festivals, the solemn dignity of the courtyards of the great mosques filled with line after line of worshippers bowing their head in prayer, and the colorful informality of the pujari performing the evening rites in a Hindu temple. So here he is describing about the religions, two religions, how they are worshipping their God. He says there is the color of festivals. India is a vast country. We are celebrating a number of festivals. So he says there is the beauty of the colorful festivals. There is the solemn dignity. Solemn means dignified, and dignity is worthy of respect. So he says there are courtyards of the great mosques which are filled with the worshippers. Line after line of worshippers, they are bowing their heads in prayer. They are praying to their God, and the pujari who is performing the evening rites, the evening puja in a Hindu temple. So here he is describing about the people who are worshipping their gods in the Hindu temple, and also the people who are worshipping or praying in a mosque. There is the sound of the priests singing the Sikh scriptures, carrying across the water of the sacred tank in which the golden temple stands. So here again he describes the Sikh people, how they are worshipping the God in their temple. He says there is the priest who is singing the Sikh scriptures. Scriptures is nothing but sacred writings from religious books. And there are also the great monuments of India. So here also he is telling about the great monuments of India, the historical buildings of India. I have never known anyone to be disappointed by the Taj Mahal or the forts of Rajasthan. So he says the great monuments of India, the forts of Rajasthan and the Taj Mahal, I have never known anyone is disappointed by the Taj Mahal or the forts of Rajasthan. Anyone who comes, any tourist who visits India will visit the historical places. They will visit the Taj Mahal. It's a very famous historical monument, not only in India but throughout the world. And there are also the fresh cooked parathas for breakfast, in the open air dhabas or restaurants along the Grand Trunk Road, and there is the delicacy of a vegetarian thali or tray in Gujarat. So here also he is telling about the food of India, that is the parathas in the open air dhabas and restaurants, and also the vegetarian food of Gujarat. All these kept me in India, but they are not whole. It would need a poet to describe what India means to me, and I am no poet. So he says, all these things have attracted me and have kept me in India, and I need a poet to describe what I feel about India. And he says, I am not a poet. And these are only a few things that I am telling about India. He loves and he likes India so much. He says, I am not a poet to describe everything about India. I may need a poet to tell what I feel about this country. I can only say that I am not alone among foreigners in believing there is nowhere like India and no people like Indians. So he says, I can only say that I am not the only one person who says that there is no place like India and no people like Indians. There are many other foreigners also who believe the same, who feel attracted towards this country, and they feel they enjoy when they come to this country. They don't feel that they have come to a different place or an unknown place. I am perhaps more unusual for a foreigner in that I have been accepted as a part of India. So he says, I am perhaps more unusual for a foreigner that I have been accepted as a part of India. He says, all these things have kept me in India, and now I have been accepted as a part of India. So he likes India so much. He likes the people of India, that is, he likes the Indians so much. He says, when I first came here, I was surrounded by many friends. My other friends, my predecessors introduced me to the staff of the All India Radio, and I'm still very good friends with all these people. They have made me feel at home. I have become involved in this country. I love this country and I love the people of this country. So here he has described about India and the Indians, India and its people. He said, I enjoy being in this country. I don't feel that I am a foreigner. I feel that I am a part of this country. And he has described the many things about India. He has described about our festivals, the different beautiful nature of India, where he has visited the places like Kerala and also the Great Himalayan National Park, and he enjoys the early summer scent in Delhi when he is going on a long drive. He has also described how the people of India worship their God in a mosque and in a gurdwara and also in a Hindu temple. Again, he has described the food of India. So all this has attracted him to India, and he loves to be in this country, and he has very good memories and experiences of India and the Indians. So children, I have finished with this lesson. This is the second video. In the first video, I have explained the first part, and the remaining part I have explained now. Watch the video and complete your notes. Grammar part also I will be sending you. So copy down in your text.